Alright. Hello, friends, and welcome to the floor of my office. This is not a place we've ever been before, and I do indeed have the Wug, which you can see in its full glory. I love the fact that if I put it, like, just facing forward, you can barely see both of the eyes at once. It's a good time. You know what? We're here. We're here for a very unusual purpose. And I don't know what I was thinking when I put this down as what I was going to do. But you know what? We're here nonetheless. And I think everything's fine. Let's turn the music down a little bit. I'm down. Okay. We'll bring the music down here. You guys don't need music. You only need me. I am the star of the show. That's all that matters. Okay. I hope that is a good level. So we're gonna go with it. Anyways, hello friends. How's it going? Nothing is at all cursed here today. So, obviously in America, it is Halloween. I don't know about you guys, but Halloween is like considered a decently large deal in most of the US. Like, not everywhere by all means, but like, it's definitely a thing, right? So, we're gonna do Halloween things today. And there's nothing more Halloween appropriate than carving a pumpkin. However, my tiny town in the middle of nowhere is completely out of pumpkins. So, we have something else. I either have, well, that's not entirely true. I was able to find a very small pumpkin. This is the Wug. This is the pumpkin. You know, there's not like a huge amount of size difference here. It's a very small pumpkin. It is indeed a pumpkin that we could carve. Do I think it would go well? Absolutely not. Is it an option? Yes. More alternatively, I did acquire a watermelon. So we also have that option. Do I know what to do? Absolutely not. Do I know what we're going to carve? Also no. Are we going to do it anyways? Yes, we are. Can we get a Wumpkin carved? Yes. Okay, the Wug is gonna live up here for now. Actually, you know what? The Wug can live down here. The Wug can be safe down there. So, is this going to be extremely cursed? Yes, it is. Are we therefore going to go anyways? Yes, we are. So, this is what everything is looking like. You know, we're well balanced as everything should be. Um, what do we want to do? Do we want to do the tiny pumpkin? Okay, here are the options. What do we want to do? This one has like a nice flat side if I lay it down like this. That's actually kind of nice. We're gonna carve one of them. We have the tiny pumpkin or the watermelon because there were no carving pumpkins left in my city. I looked at 6 stores. None of them had pumpkins, including Lowe's. I went to Lowe's to look for pumpkins. They did not have any. There is no Home Depot where I live, so like that wasn't an option. So, well, I mean, the advantage of the watermelon is that we have food for later if we carve the watermelon. So, I also may or may not have forgotten to get tea lights. So that's a situation we'll deal with when we get to it. We're just gonna go for it, you know? I feel like the watermelon is an appropriate choice. I also covered all of my knives. No eat pumpkin. I do eat pumpkin, but it requires like a lot more work than just eating watermelon, you know? I feel like watermelon is a lot easier. So I have very sharp knives. We're gonna be careful. I also put covers on all of them, just to be safe. So here, okay, I don't know. We're gonna move the camera slightly up. We got this. Slightly up. Perfect. Now you can see where the microphone is. Ideal. High production value, folks. Okay, so first step first is we need to cut off the lid, right? And normally in a pumpkin, you would just like kind of shear around. So I don't know, do we want to do this like exactly as we would do it with a pumpkin? Or do we just kind of go for it? I don't know. I don't know what to do at this point, honestly. I feel like it's gonna be safer to just like lop it off at the top, you know? Okay, here we go. We're gonna start like right here. I feel like this is the appropriate height for cutting a watermelon. Don't do this at home, folks. Okay, Big Nick is going over there, and now we have our watermelon top. Yeah. So I also was smart and prepared like bowls and stuff. I put so much thought into this, guys. You would not believe. Um, okay, so now we've got our watermelon. Now we need to empty our watermelon. This was the only like metal spoon that I had that wasn't like a normal eating spoon. So this is what we're gonna go with. Because this is what I had. My sister somehow got mad at me because she wasn't watching a horror movie. Maybe if she looked at the TV instead of staring at me, she would have seen the movie. That would that would do it. Okay. Am I going to make a mess everywhere? Yes, I am. However, we begin the scoopage. Okay. First scoop is out. I'm a little worried about the amount of juice that's gonna come out of this thing. I didn't really think about that, but it's okay. My office does have carpet in it. It's fine. You know what? We're gonna go for it. Melon for the melon god? Oh, absolutely. That's what we're doing right now. Eat the watermelon on stream. We'll see about that. Yep. Is this going to be dignified? Absolutely not. Do I have any clue what I'm doing? Also, absolutely not. But you know what? We're living for the times. We're living for the times. Anyways, how's you guys' weekend been? Um, please don't creepily stare like that again. I make no promises. I make no promises. It's bold of you to assume that I have any recollection of what I'm doing at any given time. I feel like I need to stop getting like big chunks and just like start scooping. You know what? We're gonna go up here. You don't need to know what you're doing. It's all that counts. Exactly. Exactly. We're just here for the vibes, you know? Um, we're gonna pan the camera up again because I feel like it's weird for me to stare down at you guys. Okay. Hello. You should randomly creepily stare at random times unexplained. I can do that, you know? I feel like that fits the Halloween vibe. I'm a little scared that there's gonna be trick-or-treaters coming to my place tonight because I did buy candy. However, I ate most of it, so there is that as a dilemma. I don't know if you guys could hear the sound of the spoon going into the watermelon, but it's a thing. Oh no, I forgot. What did you forget? What did you forget? That was good English. I am an English native speaker. Should I be? Probably not. This feels so illegal on so many levels. It feels like I'm doing one of those 5-minute crafts videos where they make like a punch bowl in the watermelon, you know? I forgot to buy candy. Oh no. Curtis. How dare you? Okay, here we go. My poor watermelon bowl is just... Yep, okay, that exists. So much liquid watermelon. Maybe I shouldn't have gotten tea for this. I should have just drank the watermelon juice. Honestly, I feel like that would have been easier. Again, how was everyone's weekend? Watermelon helmet? Absolutely not. My presentation is in Ohio for an English class. The cursed land. The cursed land that is Ohio. I don't really know what I'm doing. In case anyone thought I did for whatever reason, if you're just now tuning in and you thought I knew what I was doing, you would be blatantly wrong. This feels very illegal. Like I said, you know, there's also so much liquid in here. I don't want to show you because I don't want to pour watermelon juice on my laptop because that would 100% happen. We're just vibing. I've been hella busy. Not a fun week coming up either. Oh no, I gotta get something removed from my eye. Curtis. That's definitely not good. Here we go. Let's just keep digging out the sides of our watermelon. We can scoop it all up in large quantities. I did get another bowl, but I might have to go grab more bowls, depending on how much flesh is in this one, which I didn't really think about. It's fine. Everything's fine. Watermelon is made of water at room temperature as a liquid. 100, not 100% water, but it contains water. That is true. Watermelons do contain water. Can confirm. Look at all that watermelon flesh. Okay, we're good. We're good. Again, the nice part is I get a snack. Watermelon and people are mostly water. Coincidence? I think not. Valid, honestly. Maybe I'm a watermelon at heart. Bananas do have more DNA than the person does, so there is that, you know? This is a very awkward spoon to try and use for this endeavor. But again, it's the only one I had, so it's the one we're using. Oh goodness. Already. You know, we're vibing. We're vibing. Well, that was a fun noise. Okay, moving right along. I don't know if you guys heard that. I don't know if you wanted to hear that. It was suspicious. This is definitely, you know, it's going. It is working. Whether or not that's a good thing is yet to be seen. Oh my goodness, there's so much liquid. Okay, hot take. What if I go get another bowl and we just use it for the liquid? Also, hi, Nick. I am 101% watermelon. Valid. Bluetooth headset. It's actually not Bluetooth. It's connected by a water, or a wire. There we go. That's words. Yeah, there's a lot of liquid in this. Drink the liquid melon for the melon god. I mean, I will drink the liquid, but just not right now, because that would make a huge mess. I'm very scared of what's happening. Wait, OMG, oh no. You should use a Bluetooth chair, honestly. Not a bad idea. I'm kneeling right now, which may or may not be a bad idea, but we'll see. Ellie, this is the perfect time for my Melon Man audio. It is. It is the perfect time for your Melon Man audio. That does scare me. Flying wireless chair. Honestly, I need one of those. I feel like that would be a good idea. Okay, we're making progress, you know? Making progress carving our makeshift watermelon pumpkin thing. So much watermelon flesh. Okay, what is Nightball? Nightball is a magic 8-ball that Nick made in Nightbot. It's really cool. I put in general, you're welcome, chat. Oh no. Oh no. Look at how much liquid there is. So much liquid. Okay, give me a second. I'm gonna go grab another bowl. We're gonna pour all the liquid into it, just to see how much liquid there is at the end of this. It's liquid time. Okay, I returned with another bowl. We have this bowl, right? We have our watermelon. Let's just see how much liquid is in the first bit of our watermelon. There's so much flesh already. Ah, yes, good noises. Good noises. Love that for us. Okay. Currently, there is half a bowl of watermelon juice. That's our current standing. Current standing is half a bowl of watermelon juice. Yes. Hello, Mary. Welcome, friend. How's it going? Imagine if this was the first stream you've ever watched of mine. I feel like people would leave very quickly. And honestly, I wouldn't blame them. We're doing some weird stuff. I need my pillow to be closer so that my knees don't hurt when I kneel because I am an old man. Okay. We got this. Which gender neutral prefix you prefer? Night. There we go. I'll take night. We continue. Sir Knight, Knight of Melon. Oh no. Okay, we're about 3/4 of the way through getting the flesh out of the watermelon, I would say. It also makes a lot of great sounds. Can't play what's in general? Oh no. Oh no. I think that's probably for the best, honestly, Curtis. It's probably for the best. Also, okay, so one of the things about carving pumpkins is you're like supposed to shave the sides like as thin as you can, right? That's a watermelon seed. I don't know if I want to do that with a watermelon because the watermelon tastes good and the white part does not. So that's a thing. In that case, Sir Allie, that is not a pumpkin. Okay, we went over this at the beginning of stream. I went to go buy pumpkins for like an actual pumpkin carving like party that I was attending with friends, right? Well, there were no pumpkins left in my city. I went to 6 different places looking for pumpkins. There were no pumpkins available. This is a problem if you're trying to purchase a pumpkin. So what I did is I did actually get a single pumpkin. It is this pumpkin. It was the only pumpkin I could find in all 6 stores. It's tiny and not ideal for carving. So what I did as a backup, I got a watermelon. Yep, it's a good time. You know what? We're thriving. Thriving and vibing. That's all that life is about right now. The watermelon is thriving. We're thriving. That's all that matters, right? Do I know what I'm doing? Absolutely not. Do I have regrets in the direction I've gone in life? Absolutely. That's about where we are right now. We're fine. That made a great sound. I don't know how much of this you guys can hear, and I don't. You mean a normal sized pumpkin? It's trying its best. It is trying its best. It's just the only pumpkin patch in a 100-kilometer radius of where I live was closed. Oh no! The OG carving vegetable is a turnip. That is true. I just don't like turnips, and I do like watermelon. So, you know, we're playing a game of multiple interests here. I say as I continue to scrape out the insides of my watermelon that I bought specifically for this purpose. I did indeed buy this watermelon specifically for this, just so you know. This wasn't like a watermelon I just had lying around. I was like, I can't find a pumpkin. What else would work? And then I looked at the fruit section and I found a watermelon, and here we are, you know? Making history. I think in anything close to do anything spooky this year. I don't know. What if we just stab it a little bit? I personally would have gone with a bell pepper. See, I hate bell peppers with a deep and abiding passion because they taste like pennies. So that's also there. It's orange and I also don't have to do any work. Like, that's valid. I get it. But also, no. I would rather carve this watermelon. We're having a great time. Thriving and vibing. Thriving and vibing. Okay, I feel like this is mostly hollow. Okay, it's liquid time again, folks. It's liquid time. So we've got our liquid bowl. We've got our watermelon. Some good old chunky watermelon juice. Yeah, I'd say that's good enough. Okay. I feel like this side is the best side for carving, you know? I feel like that makes the best. There's a fly in here. I feel like this is the best side for carving. Either this one, we got this little side, we got this little side. I feel like they're pretty equal. I think this one is better because it doesn't have that mark on it. It does have like the yellow spot like down here, but that's okay. We can deal with that. Let's just make sure that it's nice and empty. Okay, this is the inside of the watermelon. We have opened the watermelon. But then you can do like an eyebrow skirt. That assumes that I have any artistic talent, Nick, which is high-key not true. I have a question. What is your question, Neri? I'm listening. Do I have an answer? Probably not, let's be honest. Okay. So we have emptied our watermelon. In case you were wondering how much flesh, this is how much flesh was in the watermelon. This is the whole watermelon. That was heavier than I thought it was gonna be. We have a lot of watermelon now. Put the camera inside? No. Carving Among Us? Oh goodness. Are you Ferroni? What? What does that mean? Because murder and Telari? I don't know. I think the answer is no, considering I don't know what that means. Honestly, I think Allie is onto something. Now you have a snack. Indeed! See? Okay, we're gonna tilt the camera slightly down again. Hello. So that you guys can see the entirety of the watermelon as it progresses. Okay, it needs to go down slightly more. It's from the Silmarillion. Oh, I haven't read the Silmarillion in frickin' forever. Okay, we got this. Railway! With the 5 gifted. Thank you so much, friend. Thank you so much. That's very generous of you. I don't know why, because this is not exactly the quality content that we I mean, I suppose you could argue that this is quality content. I don't know that I would believe you, but you could argue it. Okay? We got this. Okay, so now comes the part of actually carving our watermelon. And again, we have to decide what we're going to carve into said watermelon. This is another dilemma that I didn't consider. So, friends, I leave it up to you. What are we putting in this watermelon? I did also get more knives. I will put that knife cover up there to cover the tip of the big knife. Just because it's already covered in watermelon juice and I don't want to put that in the cover. Curtis, we're not doing Among Us. A tilapia, the skin piece of the fish. Oh no. I don't know if I'm good enough. Okay, we have knives. I'm gonna be very careful with the knives, don't worry. Did you reach 250 subscribers on YouTube yet? I mean, yes, we do indeed have 250 subscribers on YouTube. That is indeed true. Okay, so, is tilapia what we're doing? Or are we doing... Yeah, we're at like 11.2 right now. So... Tilapia? Is that the consent? I'm gonna need an image reference for this. I'm not good enough. I think you guys have far too much confidence in what I am capable of. So we're gonna look up a tilapia, and we're gonna go for it. Do you want to do a face or a fish? What does that mean? A face or a fish? I thought we were doing tilapia. It's like okay, so tilapia. So it's it's like a wide finned fish. Do I just do like a silhouette of it? Because I'm definitely not good enough to do like shading. That's not gonna happen. So you know how when you carve a pumpkin, you draw a face? No, I do not know this. This is not information that I'm privy to. What? Basically, this guy called Feanor, okay, who was rude to Gladriel and made 3 shiny rocks that are essentially the source of all evil, and also his kin, consumed, committed a lot of kinslaying and a lot of other slaying. But, well, yes, definitely. I can't tell if you're trolling me. I believe in you. I don't legitimately know that you, like, draw the face. I think you just... What are you guys talking about? I'm so confused. Also, we're gonna take a hydration break because I'm overheating. It doesn't matter if it's good, it's the thought that counts. Good, because I bought a watermelon instead of a pumpkin. So, the wug has been showing up so perfectly recently. Trolling in our wholesome stream? Okay, so we're doing a tilapia. I don't understand what you guys are talking about when you say draw a face first. This is not, again, something I've ever encountered in my life. Why would we draw a face before we carve the watermelon? I don't understand. You draw the face so you don't permanently cut something ugly? Oh, like, so you draw the outline first instead of just, like, going for it? We can draw the outline. I can do that. You guys get to see the butt of the watermelon while I draw. I need a Sharpie then. Gosh dang it. I don't want to get up again. I'm just not down, and I'm lazy. Okay. Let's see. I have a pen. Does a pen work? Can we draw a watermelon with a pen? I think the answer to that is no. I feel like this is not... If it counts for a meeting, keep their knife for me. I'll be fine. I know what I'm doing. I worked in a kitchen. I didn't actually work in a kitchen at one point in my life. Wouldn't recommend. Not exactly the best job ever. So it turns out I don't have a Sharpie. I do have a singular pen that might work. Maybe, possibly. And I asked because, you know, Elvish for friend is friend for Melon, and friends, elves that live by the water are the Tellarian or fabricated. That makes sense. Also recommend Sharpie. It'll be fine. Okay, say that to your stuffing. My stuffed fingernail is fine. The shape of a Big Mac? Absolutely not. You guys want to hear some heresy? And as someone who sliced cheese. Wait, what? That is heresy. Okay. I don't have a Sharpie. Link's not accessible. Most of my office supplies are in my actual, like, office at my university. Because I'm a graduate student and I have an office, which is cool. So we're just gonna go for this, you know? Does this work? It does work. Okay, this pen can draw on a watermelon. We're good. This pen can draw on a watermelon. Not a phrase I thought I would say today. But you know what? We're here. We're here, we're thriving, we're vibing. I didn't sit on my pillow and now I'm short. Okay. You know what? Progress is being made. Progress is being made. Also, I do indeed have a scuffed fingernail because a knife went through it last week, but we don't need to talk about that. Okay, it's time to draw tilapia. Now I'm short. Okay, yeah, sure, now. Nick, go away. Go to your meeting. You don't need to be here anymore. Tilapia time. Okay, this is our reference image that we're using for tilapia. That's what we're gonna go with. I love you. Have a good time. So, I think we just go for a silhouette, right? Like, that makes sense. The silhouette is like a great thing to put on a pumpkin because you want it to be simple and like you want it to be simple, you want it to be clean. I feel like silhouette is the way to go, right? Are we in agreement? Silhouette, yeah. That tilapia looked like a leftover dinner in Raptor Beach. I mean, it does. Let me get more pillows. I will make myself taller artificially. I will make myself into a taller human one way or another. And if it's not gonna be via actual methods, you know, we'll just stack things on top of each other until I'm tall enough. That also works. Okay. I think this should theoretically work. We'll see if it does. I make no promises. But you know what? Progress. Can we also put a little Jeremiah face on the other side? We can try. We can try. Again, I think you guys have way too much confidence in my artistic ability. So, whoops. We're fine. Show us behind the curtain. Is that where you hide the bodies? Yeah, that is where I hide the bodies. No, the curtain is my bedroom, and it's a mess right now, so we're not gonna do that. My office is like actually pretty clean, all things considered. My bedroom is not. Party hardy indeed. Okay. So tilapia time. We've got this. We gotta sketch it first, okay? So we got like a little body shape going. Got like a little body shape, right? We gotta slope down the head. Slope down the head. And it goes into like a nice little point. Right? Okay. I'm just gonna hide behind this watermelon when we draw just so everyone's aware. Sacrifice the oceanic tilapia to the altar of the lantern and paddle to make it all tall to make Allie taller. Yeah, that checks out. I feel like that is the only way for me to get taller at this point. You know, fun fact. So I broke my hip in 7th grade, right? I was like, how old are you then? Like 11, 12 in that range? And they were like, yeah, so fun fact, your bones are fused and you're never going to grow. So I've been this tall since 7th grade, and I'm a little bitter about it. I'm a little bitter about it. It's fine. Everything is fine. Okay, so this curves down. Then we got our little nose schnoz thing over here. Tiny little mouth. I'm not gonna be able to carve that much detail, let's be honest. Okay. And then we just kind of curve this around. Because this goes back out to the tail. I'll show you guys the sketch once I'm done with the sketch, but first we have to finish the sketch. This goes in order, okay? I haven't grown since 5th grade. I am so sorry, friend. A little short. I'm 6'4" if you want some of my height. I do. I really do. I would like to be taller, thank you. I'm very short and it's not convenient, I will say. Not a big fan. Not a big fan. Okay, so the other side of the tail comes out over here-ish. Well, it kind of forms like a paddle. I suppose that makes sense. It's not like a tang. I'm really not good. Okay, fun fact. I have to take ichthyology at some point during my master's, which concerns me because I don't like fish. Like, I'm very much an invertebrate zoologist. I don't like fish. So, we got this. I'm 6'5". I'm absolutely not sharing. I want to be taller. Again, what is someday in the future when we have AllieCon, you guys are all gonna have to come and we'll tie a balloon to all of you tall people, specifically so that I can find you, because I'm short. And Nick says that she's going to get me a leash, like one of those backpack leashes for troublesome kids. which I honestly think fits pretty well. So, you know, to each their own. So that slopes down. And we just kind of gotta wiggle across the bottom a little bit, and then this kind of like slopes on over. I hope you guys are enjoying my art commentary as I draw on a watermelon, because I feel like this is cursed enough as is. But it can always be worse, you know? I feel like there's always a way we can make this slightly more cursed. Right? And then we've got a big old fantail over here, so it goes like up. And it goes kind of like down and around, you know? Look for the crackhead, that's me. Jonathan, or Routine T. We do have the Wug today. Everyone's favorite Wug. It is an icon. No, my tilapia reference image. Okay. Instead of the tea, drink the melon juice. I have a mug though, and I'm not drinking out of the bowl because I feel like I would spill it all down my front, and that would be bad. I get paid later. Railway. Oh my goodness, friend. Thank you for gifting a sub to Curtis. That's very, very kind of you. Thank you again for your generosity. It is much appreciated, both by me and people who receive them. I know this to be true. Okay, so we gotta go like around and we gotta wiggle a little bit. Go back down again. Okay. That seems like absurdly large, but I feel like it won't feel as absurdly large once we get the other fin drawn on. So go like up, and then this one kind of goes woo. Again, I can't really show you guys this, but you'll get to see the sketch in just a second. And then this comes back around. Like so. Okay, and then we got the pectoral fin that comes out from about here. This goes over here. You know, kind of squiggles around here a little bit. We got this. You know, art. This is art class. I had it, thank you. I'll name my first child after you. That is indeed a way to encourage that kind of thing. Curtis, I'm actually half a centimeter above the national height for someone in my demographic. That's actually kind of insane. That feels very short. Okay, and then this one's gotta come out from the lower abdomen. This is like a combination of me being a biologist and also not being good at drawing. So, you know, we're gonna have a semi-accurate tilapia. It's not gonna be great. In fact, it's actively probably going to be kind of bad. But you know what? Where's the fun in making everything super accurate? Okay, so we got this. We got this. Okay. I don't know if you guys can see any of that, literally at all. But I promise there is an outline there. I feel like you guys can see like the little schnoz right here, right? And you can see like kind of a bit of the upper fin. There's a lower fin down here. If I rotate it out of the glare, you can kind of see like the shape of the tail over here. Does that work? Can you guys see it? I feel like that's... Because again, this is not exactly a pen I would recommend using for this. It is a great pen. Highly recommend. Great for taking notes. Very bad in terms of drawing on watermelons, which is not something I would usually review something for, but you know what? You live, you learn. Live, laugh, learn, you know? As all of the white moms have in their living room. Just messing around, but how am I short? Looks like a pig's nose, honestly, I can see that. Okay. But considering I'm the second tallest person in my class, I think that's so concerning. I'm on mobile and I can see basically the whole fish. Perfectly. Oh, perfect. Okay. I feel like it's a little far down on the watermelon, but it's too late for that, so we're going. Are we ready to start punching holes in a watermelon? Are you all short? The training at Garden Gnomes. Oh goodness. Okay. I think we're prepared to start carving. Maybe. Possibly. Somehow. Knife. Knife. Oh goodness. Okay. So we've got... I feel like I should start with the body of the fish, right? That makes sense to me. The first stab is complete. Okay. We're just gonna, like, you know what? I feel like we're gonna take out large chunks of this at first, and then we're gonna go through and, like, do a little more fine-tooth work, you know? I feel like you gotta kind of do it reverse. This also doesn't need to be here anymore. Okay. Don't worry, I'm not grabbing anywhere close to where the knife is going in. I know where my hand is placed. My fingers are, like, barely at the very top, and the knife is going in, like, down below. So I'm not gonna cut myself. You guys don't need to worry. We're completely fine. Just in case anyone's worried. First chunk out. We have a triangle. We have a triangle. I repeat, the triangle has been acquired. That's gonna go in yet another bowl. For scraps. Okay, and then we're gonna just come in and cut like a little bit more out of this. Just do a little slice down into the abyss. And this should theoretically come down here. I don't know how to do this in a way where you guys can like see what I'm doing at the same time as I'm doing it, because like I kind of want to be, oh frick. I just launched a chunk of watermelon right at myself. Update. We have an orb kind of thing. Pwned, indeed. Indeed. Nightball on my short. Yes, let's see what it is. Get wrecked. Nightbot has been so savage recently. And honestly, I'm kind of living for it. Kind of love that for us. Okay. Again, this is not something I would ever think that I would be doing with my life in graduate school, but here we are, thriving and vibing. Again, as all things should be. Maybe use a smaller knife. This is the smallest knife I own. So, no. That's what it comes down to. This is my smallest paring knife. I don't know why, but I own a lot of like chef's knives, which is honestly like really great most of the time, but not so great when you're trying to carve a watermelon. And I don't mean like carve a watermelon like prepare it for people to eat, because that would be logical and make sense. I mean carve it like a pumpkin, because that's what we're doing. Because I have a weird life. But you know what? We're thriving. We're thriving and vibing. We've gone over this. We've gone over this. Okay. Again, we're just gonna cut off the rough shave right now, and we'll go through and we'll do like more fine-tooth detail after we get some of the chunks out. See? Again, we're making progress. We're making progress. If you can handle the knife. I can handle the knife. Again, I used to work in a restaurant. That's a true fact. More lore, you know? I did indeed know how to use a knife, like, well. My knife skills are pretty darn good most of the time. It's just that, like, when it's not, that it's a problem, you know? Haha! When in doubt, stab it. Nightball, can I spell Nightball? You got it, look at you go. I'm proud of you guys. I'm proud of you guys, and I'm proud of Nightbot. For calling people out. Okay. And don't worry, we're only slicing away from the hand. We're not slicing towards the hand. Like, we're just making the best of both worlds. Okay. Allow me to get weirdly quiet there. I don't know if you guys can you guys still hear the music? Is the music still playing for you guys? Just so I know. Is Allie short? I am short. It's fine. I know that. I know that. I just hope Nick is still lurking and knows where to send EMS in case he goes back. She does. She does know. It's okay. And I think she is still lurking. Okay. We're making progress, folks. We're making progress. You know? Thriving and vibing. No music? Okay. We can turn on music. Do we want music? Negative. Do people want music in the background? I can turn on music if we want music. But if you don't want music, I won't turn it on. Easy clap. No music. Fate has spoken. Okay. I was gonna try and have like really soft music playing in the background so that you guys wouldn't just have to listen to me ramble on. Because like, I can only ramble so well. I need to get some proper carving tools next year for pumpkin carving at the dorms. I would recommend having proper pumpkin carving tools. Usually, okay, so fun fact, usually I would use scalpels to carve pumpkins. Like, that was my primary carving tool of choice, was scalpels, because they're really sharp but also like very controllable, right? Because like they're designed for doing fine movement. However, I did not have any scalpels this year, so we're using kitchen knives. We're using kitchen knives instead. And we're thriving. Things are going well. I would like to point out we now have the rough shape of the fish. So, we're thriving. Clearly. Clearly things are going according to plan. Also, bad news, I will most likely be without a PC for at least 4 months. Oh my goodness, friend, that is not good. That is so long to be without a PC. I'm sorry to hear that. Okay, we just gotta bring that up a little bit. Okay, you know what? We're thriving. We're thriving. Things are actually going pretty darn well if I do say so myself, and I do. Because I make my own rules. Okay, so this is the shape of most of the fish. Now we just gotta do the fins, and then we gotta go and, like, clean out the, like, trim it down, you know? So I feel like this is going pretty well so far. It's fine. Now that you mention it, I do have an X-Acto and a carpet knife. Oh goodness. I believe in you. You're a tad far away, Curtis. That is true. Okay. So now it's fin time. I vote we start with the back fin, because it's going to be the easiest. And we want to do, like, the finer details first while we have structural integrity. I feel like that's important. I also gotta not snap off the, like, little divider bit between the pectoral, like, the back fin and the lower. Oh, you know what I just did? I just snapped off the bit between the lower fin and that. Do I have any toothpicks? I don't know if I have any toothpicks, actually. What I do have is extra watermelon rind that we can carve down and make into a toothpick. That's big brain. Okay. There we go. We got this. Hashtag superglue. I don't think superglue would work in a watermelon very well. As much as I would love to try that idea, I feel like it wouldn't necessarily go as planned. You know? I just want to, like, make this thin. Cut through all the cellulose. Okay. Can I make this into a toothpick? I don't know. It might be too much. Super glue. I don't think super glue is gonna work on a watermelon. We could tape it. I do have tape. I don't even think I have super glue in all honesty. Bro, the stupid night pup won't give you the answers. There you go. It gave you an answer. Will this watermelon set ablaze once Allie adds the candle? Fun fact, I forgot to buy tea lights. Nightball, should I give Nary my PC? It is certain. Oh goodness. Okay, so, like, pretend that this is still anchored here, right? If I reach inside here, you can kind of see it. That's what that's supposed to look like. More or less. Like the bottom pectoral fin. I may or may not have snapped that bit right there. But, you know what? We live, we learn. Can I maybe make this smaller? Like, make a real toothpick out of it? That might work. Maybe. I'm just gonna make it pointy on both ends real fast. With a little tiny watermelon sliver on both sides. Okay, it won't go in. So, update, no, that will not work. I don't think I own toothpicks. I feel like toothpicks are in the realm of something that I need to acquire. I do have one singular plastic straw that came with something that I ordered online. We could cut into that, use it as a toothpick. That might work. As long as I remember to keep this specific piece of watermelon rind, we should be okay. We should be okay. Let's move on. We continue on with our little adventure. We got this. Oh gosh, now I gotta figure out how to send Curtis cookies. That's a bit of an endeavor. You guys are kind of far away from each other. Okay. So now it's time to do the upper fin. And I'm gonna not snap the breaking point at this one either. So again, we're gonna do some angle work. Do some angle work. Sever the sharp bit. Then hopefully bring this down. Yeah, there we go. Oh, there's so much liquid inside the watermelon still. I thought I dumped that all out. Okay. Continuing onwards. We just gotta like slope up to it every time, which is totally fine. Like that's a valid carving technique, you know? Valid carving technique. Perfect. Thriving. Allie, how's the PO box setting up? I promise I'm going to get it done, friend. I've been so busy. I know that it's something people have been asking for. Specifically you. It's in the works. It actually is in the works because I can't really set one up here where I currently am. Because of the way the town operates, strangely enough, so I'm trying to get my parents to manage it for me. So we'll see how that goes. Also, because I'm not going to live here for too much longer, because I'm only doing my master's degree here. You know, that's a story for another day. That's a story for another day. Okay. So that's decent. Okay, you guys want an update? You want an update on the... Says, still want to send you a custom sea star plushie and cookies for your birthday. Oh, that's so sweet. Okay, this is the current state of the tilapia. I feel like that's pretty good so far. I feel like this is distinctly tilapia-like, you know? I feel like the red background actually really helps you see what the carving is. I already Halloweened. Cool. Love that for you. Okay, now it's just the bottom pectoral fin. Which I feel like this one should be relatively easy. You could just kind of go swap in from both sides a little bit, you know? Kind of wiggle it around downtown. Yeah! Look at that. Fabulous. Fabulous. There we go. Look at that. Let me take out my little thingy madoohicker. Look at that. That's a tilapia. I would say that's a tilapia. I would say that is a tilapia-shaped pumpkin watermelon carving. I feel like the bottom pectoral fin can be a little thicker. So let's do that first. We'll just bring this curve down a little bit more. Okay. Just bring this down a little bit more. There we go. And I feel like that, yeah, that looks a little more substantial. We can make it slightly thicker on top, I feel like. I just don't want to go too far into it, you know? We'll just go around town. Just gotta wiggle this. This is the artistic process, folks. The artistic process of carving a watermelon. There we go, look at that. That's our tilapia shape. Now we just gotta go. I want to see pics, Curtis, of all three. Oh goodness, wait, what did I miss? I can't read that, it's too far gone. I can copy my last costume, which is a knockoff knight. Me, a cat boy with a tower shield and mask. Or I could use my half-dome costume and maybe try and rock it. I believe you can try and rock it. I did that for school. You got this. I only wrote disappointment spelled wrong on purpose. I want a prize. Nice. Nice. Okay, so this is the fish. I feel like the fish looks like a fish. You know, I feel like this is distinctly a fish that we have carved, right? So now we gotta go in and like trim down the back of it so that it looks a little cleaner. Which is always kind of a nerve-wracking process. I'm also scared about like watermelon innards spilling onto my carpet, but you know what? That's a problem for future me. That's a problem for future me. We just gotta go and clean out all of the delicate bits, and then we gotta glue back in our little pectoral fin divider. Okay, you guys can see all of this. I just gotta be careful. You know, we'll swipe down here a little bit. Again, I'm being careful with my hands, I promise. Looks like a gun wound. I hope it doesn't look like a gun wound. Bullet hole or whatever. I feel like it looks better than that, not gonna lie. Yeah, see, like, I feel like if you clean up the exterior a little bit, it helps it look a tiny bit cleaner. Right? Fish. Fish indeed. Fish indeed. Perfect. Now it looks good. Just gotta make things nice and smooth, as you do. I gotta come around down here, make sure that's all nice and clean. Again, fantastic noises. Fantastic noises. I love like the scraping process. I feel like, again, this is pretty equivalent to what you would do with a pumpkin. We're just doing it with a watermelon because we're special. I'm gonna need my knife again, or my big spoon. Big spoon. My knockoff knife, it means it's like glaringly obvious that I bought it from Halloween shop, but the customer is going to piece together. And I'm missing literally the most important part of the costume is my delivery times and me being inept. I'm sorry, that's rough. Harv Saul from Better Call Saul on the other hand. I've never actually seen that movie. Like, there we go. And I feel like once we get like that divider in there somehow, that could look better. You're not a cult on Discord, right? Yes, that is correct. Can confirm. Movie, Better Call Saul movie. Again, I haven't seen it. I know it's a movie that exists. I just haven't seen it. Ooh, I just splattered myself with watermelon juice. That's not a sensation I thought I would get today. I don't know why I didn't think about it, considering what I knew I was going to do. It's time to scoop out more watermelon guts. Because we got like all the like little rind bits, you know, that have fallen into the watermelon through the course of this happening. So we gotta empty those out too, of course. You know, as you do. Isn't it a necklace? I don't know. I'll show you the Katzif, and then I'll DM the rest when I find it. It's around my storage closet. Oh goodness. The original Breaking Bad. I haven't seen Breaking Bad either. Fun fact. Okay. There we go. So that's most of the tilapia done. Let me grab the one plastic straw I have, and we'll cut into it. And we'll use that to try and make the toothpick to connect the little hole back together. Because I believe in my ability to do so. Probably fall asleep. But we're gonna try it anyways because worst case scenario it doesn't work and we are left with this lovely outline of a fish. Of a tilapia specifically. So here we go. And I remember to not throw out this piece of watermelon rind. Specifically, we'll put the knife over there. You know, get the knife out of the way. Solid. Love that for me. We're gonna continue onwards with our adventure. Oh goodness. As I continue to make a little bit of a mess. Here we go. Again, a plastic straw. We're just gonna like gouge out a small portion of it, I think. Just like that. Make one end pointy, and then just kind of go in from the other side. Also make that pointy. Pick up our piece of watermelon rind. That looks like this. We got our little bit of plastic. Theoretically, if I, you know, jab one end in here, like so, and then somehow manage to get this end in here. Okay, we gotta make like a little slit, get it in there. I believe in us. I believe in my ability to do this. Probably, again, falsely. But that's a problem for future me. It also does not need to be this long, that's what I'm learning. Does not need to be this long. We can also cut this in half. I'm scared. Do I have a scissors? I feel like scissors is probably the smarter way to go. Got this. I do gotta say, I think Allie is the most androgynous presenting person I know, and it confuses my tailor brain. I do present very androgynous, which confuses a lot of people. It still confuses everyone in my lab, but that's okay. They're trying. I like that for me. Okay, I need scissors. I see scissors. I see scissors. Scissors acquired. Scissors acquired. Let's just do a little bit of making our own little toothpick, you know? Then we just gotta make this end nice and pointy as well. Like so. Okay, now we have a really tiny plastic toothpick that we also made out of a drinking straw. Reduce, reuse, recycle, folks. It's important. Save the planet. Kind of jab that in there. We just gotta line it up. And also jab in the other side. Okay, it turned out that went too far in to the side of the watermelon. Now we just gotta line it up over here as well, apparently. Since my little toothpick worked too well. Worked too well. And then this comes down over the top. Stop bending. Just go in, please. Thank you. Please. Go into the right spot. I believe. I believe in us. But I'm glad that I can be so androgynous as to be confusing. You know, kind of a life goal. Kind of a life goal, and I like that for me. Haha! Success! Look at that! I would say that looks like a tilapia. Wouldn't you say that looks like a tilapia? I think we did a great job on the tilapia front. You know what? I think this is as tilapia of a watermelon that you've ever seen. So we've got our little reference image, right? Let me demonstrate to you what our reference image looked like again. This was our reference image. Right here. Editing me, put it on the screen. This was our tilapia. I feel like it looks great. I think it's great, and I love that you have the figure to do it. Yeah. Me too. Okay, so that did not take nearly as long as I thought it was going to. I don't know why I thought this was going to take longer. But we have our tilapia. Again, I think that looks distinctly tilapia-like, you know? I think we've got like the nice overfin, we've got the nice like curved back tail over here. Honestly, you know, we can make that a little curvier. We can make that a little wider, right? You just kind of gotta go down and around. Down and around, as all the kids say. Unfortunately, I am too thick to be androgynous. That is unfortunate. I mean, if androgyny is what you're going for. If it's not what you're going for, then good for you, you know? Personally, for me, androgyny is what I'm going for. So, for me, it works. Again, the tilapia watermelon has been completed. I don't know why I did that. It didn't really change anything. But I feel like it does look like a tilapia. So there is that. We like that for us. I think it, like, does that. Okay, do we want to try and do, like, a tiny Jeremiah on this side? Or do we want to just leave it so that you get the nice silhouette? Because I feel like if we do Jeremiah, it's going to have to be, like, right here, so that when you rotate it, you still get the solid backdrop on both of them, you know? Because we don't want, like, our image to interfere with, like, this one. Like, you don't want to see through on it, right? So I feel like I would have to do it like right here-ish. If we were gonna do Jeremiah, or do it like right next to it. Like on this side. Also, we could see what it looks like with the lid on. I'd like to point out that I don't know which way I'd cut this off, so we're just gonna rotate it and just hope that it fits somewhere. Also, because watermelon dries out pretty darn fast, so that feels right. I feel like that's not correct, but you know what? It's close enough. How do half the lines not line up? I'm so confused. What? How do half the lines not line up? Oh, there we go. That's why. Because I needed to rotate it further. Honestly, don't know. I have yet to find a style that suits my body because it's very hard to be a shape that I like. Because it's a very weird shape in that I like. There you go. There you go. Okay, so that is our capped water lantern. I suppose it, like, so lanterns are a thing, right? We like lanterns. This is our new experience that we have created. I don't know what to do with this. Welcome back, Curtis. This is what our tilapia looks like. I like the melonfish. The melonfish is pretty great. Do we want to try and do Jeremiah like right here? I don't know how we would do that, but we could try. You know, more of my watermelon bits are just on the floor. I've got like 3 bowls. So we got our bowl of like offshoot, like rind bits that we are not eating. We've got the big bowl of flesh from all of the stuff we ripped out of our watermelon. And that bowl frick. Turns out there was more juice in that than I thought there was going to be. Allow me to make a quick mess of my carpet really fast. 1 second. We gotta wipe that down before it gets too much worse. And then we got the bowl of juice, which is, as you might imagine, full of juice. So there's also that. Hello, friend. Welcome. How's it going? We have carved a watermelon in the shape of a tilapia. Again. Watermelon juice is literally the worst. You're high-key wrong. You're high-key just wrong, friend. I returned ASAP if you're still streaming when I return. Okay. Well, good luck. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. This took a lot less time than I thought it was gonna take, and this is what I had planned. Do we wanna keep carving? Why watermelon? Because we didn't have any pumpkins. Because my city was out of pumpkins, and I went to 6 stores to check for them, and there were none. Despite my best efforts, there were no pumpkins available. So, Among Us. Oh dear. I don't know how we would do, like, a Jeremiah. I feel like I need to look up a reference image for Jeremiah's face. I don't know if we could do that, because I feel like it would require shaving. And I'm not good enough at carving. I'd build a pumpkin raft. We could build a pumpkin raft. I would have to, stop and restart stream, because my computer hates it when I change that much right away, but we could do that. Okay, I actually have to leave now. I'll be right back. Sounds good, Curtis. Let me look up a Jeremiah reference image. Let's look up Jeremiah the shark and see if we could maybe do that. I almost... Shark. How would we do his face? I don't know if I'm skilled enough to do that, because I feel like it's too big. I'm back. Nightball's cursing. Oh. Oop, I'll fix that. Okay, so this is the tilapia. The tilapia I feel like looks pretty good. Also the red peeking through is dope. I feel like the watermelon is a great carving tool just for that. I feel like it looks cooler than like the orange yellow contrast that you usually get. You know? So we carved a fish. Which is not what I thought I was gonna do with my day. Alternatively, we also do have the small pumpkin. We could try to carve the small pumpkin. I think the downfall is that it'll go bad pretty quickly, but that's also valid. But it's spooky indeed. The oceanic tilapia is the scariest thing we could think of. There's that. Um, Again, I don't know what to do now. I don't know what to do with our time now that we've carved our watermelon. Also, like, this is the top, and then we could just slap that back on there, you know? Love that for us. Rotate it back into place so that it lines up a little better. Although I think that isn't still quite aligned, because, like, where did that line go? I don't know how to do this. Raft. Okay. Carve another, but get some toothpicks for the top to stay. The Raft logo. I don't know if I'm not skilled enough to carve the Raft logo into a watermelon. Honestly, that does sound like a challenge. Pumpkin Raft. Wait, we could carve the Raft logo into this, maybe. Let me, let's draw it on the pumpkin first. Let's draw it on the pumpkin first, then we can see. Wrapped with everything is painted orange. Absolutely not. Orange is objectively the worst color, and you will not convince me otherwise. Okay, so this is just gonna come live, like, over here for a hot second, okay? You guys can all stare at that while I look up the Raft logo and try and draw it on this pumpkin. So, on this pumpkin, I feel like this is gonna have to be the only carving side, because it's the only side without scars. That is objectively false. That's not wrong. Okay, we're gonna pull up the Raft logo on this pumpkin. We're gonna pull it up on the pumpkin. I'm gonna pull it up on my phone, and we're gonna see if I can draw it on the pumpkin. Okay. So first we gotta start with, like, the letters, right? Because that's the more important bit. Alternatively, you could just go for, like, the logo part of the logo and not do the Raft letters, because otherwise it's gonna be a bit, like, it's a very vertical, like, square design, and this is a very long pumpkin compared to how tall it is, that is. So I don't know what I'm doing. Let's just start with the logo up here, and we can see how far we get, maybe. And we'll go from that. Okay, the pen also works on the pumpkin, in case anyone was wondering. The pen also works on pumpkin. So we found a pen that works on both pumpkin and nice ref, but everything is orange. We're not, no. Orange is objectively the worst color. I don't care what you guys say. Orange is the worst color. So you got, like, Maya slumped over on a raft, as you do. Which, honestly, vibe. If I ended up in Maya's situation, I too would be slumped over in, like, a little ball. I feel like that's a completely reasonable reaction. I am not going to be able to carve this in this much detail, so I'm just going to kind of draw in, like, little blobs, and we'll hope that it kind of looks somewhat correct. And we just kind of gotta go big ol' rectangle across. Big ol' rectangle across. Yeah. We got this. Okay, but I said you were wrong and you agreed with me. No. Orange is objectively the worst color. Was it because you forgot what I was referencing? Maybe, but you still said it. Orange is still the worst color. You all can fight me. We'll just come down on either side. Big ol' rectangle. And then we gotta go over here with, like, the tent part of the raft. Imagine if you could, like, make an actual tent. But spoopy, it's literally not. It literally is. You will not convince me otherwise. I remain convinced that orange is the worst color. I don't like the color orange. It's also hard to draw on pumpkins because they have fridges. I feel like drawing on the watermelon was easier, ironically. Again, am I going to be skilled enough to pull off this level of detail? Absolutely not. I am not good enough for this. Could always do, like, the cheater way and just, like, draw on your pumpkin. I never understood those people. It's like, you opted for carving pumpkins. Why are you just gonna draw on it? That's lazy. You gotta put in the effort. Gotta really, like, full send it, right? Then this goes swoopy swoopy all the way downtown, and then it goes up, kind of at an angle. This is like the most cursed thing I've done yet. Petrol and olive are worse. What? There's so many colors worse than orange. May I suggest brown, desaturated and murky green? Have you considered, according to my Synesthesia capstone project, I myself am the color orange, you hate me? Yeah. Bright coral pink, salmon. Now you guys are just listing bad colors and looking for sympathy, which you're not going to get from me, so may as well give up now. Okay, then we gotta, like, wiggle this around. And then, oh goodness. Mistakes may have been made. It's okay. We'll see. We'll see if this was indeed a mistake. Honestly, I should already know it was a mistake. I did it. It's okay, this can go extend out longer. It's just not going to be fully proportional, and that's okay. It doesn't need to be. We're just here for vibes. And then, yeah, that can just curve up and around like that. That connects down there, and this goes just a tiny bit further over here. Goes down. Nice. And then we gotta do the wave bumpy bit. Wave bumpy bits. Wave bumpy bits. Wave bumpy bits. Bad Nightbot answered Nick. Okay, so we'll do it like this. And then this one's got to come out over here a little bit. And we'll just have this bit come out slightly over here. Perfect. Okay, so there we go. That's our little, like, top of the raft logo. How does that look for everyone? Can we see it with the glare? Can we see the little raft logo bit? Guys, I broke him. You broke it. Orange is the worst color. Okay, so this is our little raft logo bit thing. I just realized that I gotta scoop out this pumpkin now. Frick. Frick. Okay, let's see if I can get the raft lettering. I don't think I can do it in, like, the raft font, but you know, we're gonna try. We're gonna try. Wow, Nightbot itself is just, like, broken. Goodbye, Nightbot. Okay, so this goes all the way down here. Again, is this something I thought I was going to do? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Then we could do this, because it doesn't matter if I draw over my lines, because it's just for blocking purposes. And then this comes over here. Like so. I don't know if Argon would manage to do the squigglies. Yeah, he did. Nightbot did. For now, we're not going to think about the squigglies. The squigglies might be too much for somewhat of my skill level, which is not high. Not high at all, so. We got this. Oh man, it's all commands? It's just fully broken. Oh no, mug works. Maybe it's not all commands, just most of them. Oop. Oop indeed. Thick top. Long way down. Short vent. And then the T is just over here. On the way over. Down. Whee! Okay. We're making progress, folks. Here we go. There we go. How does that look for people? We'll see if we get to the squiggly bits. We'll deal with the squiggly bits when we get there. But for now, how does that look? We've got, like, most of the raft logo written on a pumpkin. Now we have to deal with like actually cutting into the pumpkin and emptying it out, which is why. Why did I agree to do this? Who knows? Anyways, moving on. Let's do it. Okay, let's move the tilapia away for now. This side doesn't get damaged. We're gonna go back up. It's knee time again. Knee time again. Just so I have some leverage and I don't hurt myself more than anything. We don't need the reference image anymore. Okay. I forgot that I put the tip of this in a knife cover. We gotta be safe. I'm gonna go all the way up just to be very safe, you know? Okay. I feel like I'm gonna damage something and I'm a little concerned about it, honestly, but you know. Oh goodness. Oh goodness. I'm concerned. Is that knife too big for the pumpkin? This is, okay, we have this knife, or we have this knife. Like, you said you'd use a scalpel, well, I couldn't find it, so. You know, you live and you learn. We're just gonna do this in like little short jaunts where the blade is away from my hand, don't worry. We're just gonna do this in little short jaunts where the blade is facing the other way, like so. We're gonna go around the stem. You know, we're doing this. Allie is fully equipped to either murder a person or a whole crowd. Exactly. That's a serious. It's a chef's knife. It's literally just like a normal 8-inch chef's knife. Okay, it's fine. It's fine. We're fine. Project number 1 after I move is Nightbot. Nickbot, by the way, stay tuned. Oh goodness. It's the size of my arm. It's fine. Okay, fine. I also have a little tiny tomato knife, which is not at all sharp. It's serrated. Okay? Like, this is the other knife that I own. Oh, that's not actually. I own a lot more knives, but like these were the most appropriate for pumpkin carving. And this one just, it's not sharp enough to do anything, so. We're back to using this one. Since apparently you guys are concerned about the chef's knife. Can't imagine why. Again, the blade is pointed away from my hand, so you don't need to worry about it. We're completely fine. There we go. We're mostly like... I feel like I should be able to rip this out at this point. Yeah, look at that. We got there. Perfect. Now we can use a big old knife to just, you know, chop this off like you do. Like you do. Perfect. And we have a nice little top. Look at that. You guys happy now? You feel like I'm slightly less about to murder myself? Okay. So now we gotta empty all this out. I think my spoon is too big. My spoon is too big. That's a throwback on the internet. I might need to go get like an actual like small spoon for this. Also, that's our little carving area idea. Love that for us. Because I think what we currently have is too big. Yo, what is that spoon? It's a serving spoon. It's a serving spoon. I have normal kitchening utensils, okay? I need to go get a spoon. my spoon is too big. My spoon is too big. Okay, I'm gonna grab a spoon. Give me a hot second. Hot second to grab a spoon. Ugh. Okay. Did I dump water down most of my entire front while trying to wash the spoon very quick? Yes, I did. So my shirt is now very wet. But that's okay. We're back. Guys, I'm stealing Ellie's spoon. Oh no. There's a spoon. There's most definitely a spoon. Yes, this is a spoon. Um, can I have that spoon when I come visit? No. You cannot have my one and only serving spoon. I need it for serving things. And with all the people that I have over to my apartment, which is literally 0. You better not steal my spoon. Okay. I came back with one of the spoons that my mom sent me as a care package when I was first attending college. So there's this one. It's got a nice blue handle. I'll be stealing one of them, so beware. Yeah, I know that much. That's okay. Now we just gotta empty out this tiny, tiny pumpkin real fast, you know? Violence. Violence is the answer in this scenario. Violence is the only answer in this specific case. Usually I condemn violence against a pumpkin, it's okay. As long as it's your pumpkin. Don't go be one of those people who goes and wrecks other people's pumpkins. That's just mean. That's just mean. Okay. I don't know if anyone likes pumpkin seeds. I do not personally care for pumpkin seeds. I don't think they taste good. But I know that there are people in the world who enjoy them, and I love that for you. I'm happy that you found something that brings you joy. It just doesn't bring me joy. My sister and her husband went on vacation as payment for watching their dog. And as payment for watching their bone, they stole a spoon for me. Nice. Nice. That checks out. Okay. There's a lot of pumpkin seeds in this tiny pumpkin, and I wasn't really prepared for that. It seems like there shouldn't be that many pumpkin seeds in a pumpkin this frickin' tiny, but Okay. Why are there so many? Stop coming out. I mean, do keep coming out because I need you to be out of the pumpkin, but also, why are there so many in a pumpkin that is this small? It's not a big pumpkin. I also don't want to smudge my design too much, which I'm already doing. I can sacrifice a spoon for you. You should sacrifice a spoon for her. Okay, you know what? I'm just gonna do this real fast. I did indeed already smudge my little drawing. It's okay. I don't have a Sharpie, so it's my own fault. Just gotta get your whole hand in there. It's so slimy and gross. I need to go wash my hands after this. I'm not continuing without washing my hands. Who are we kidding? That's gross. Pumpkin guts. Disgusting. Don't love that. Okay. I think that's a good start. Let me go wash my hand really fast, because, disgusting. I'll be right back. I feel like I'm getting up so much. So much, but it's also gross. Conveniently. Okay. I return yet again. We got this. Busy finding out how to make a lace with a spoon pattern? What? Also, interesting. Okay. Now we just gotta scrape down the sides of the pumpkin that we're trying to carve on, right? I think that's the next usual step. It's you try and get it nice and thin so it's easy to carve, right? I say this as if I know what I'm doing. I do not. I do not know what I'm doing. Do I carve a pumpkin almost every year? Yes. You should have carved a spoon, dang. Yeah. Too late for that now. Wait, those exist. Pumpkin ASMR. Okay. I don't know how thin to get this. I can't exactly see how thick it is right now. I feel like it's pretty thin. This is, again, a really small pumpkin. Let's just, invert this really fast. Watch all that come out. And then just shirts. Thanks Etsy. Oh goodness. Oh goodness. I do not need to see that. Okay. I feel like that's pretty thin. Okay. I'm gonna go rinse my hands one more time, and then we're gonna get started on the actual carving part of the carving the pumpkin. I believe. I believe in us. Okay. We're back. Nick, I'm a tailor in training. If a plushie doesn't exist, I can make it. With a cute little face. A custom spoon plushie? Oh, that would be adorable. That would be adorable. I just hit the tilapia. Okay, moving on. We got this. We've got our tiny pumpkin, which I've mostly scraped out. The interior is still a little bit messy, but I am too lazy to try and carve it out fully. So now we get started on the hard part, which is cutting out the raft logo in a pumpkin. And I'm scared. This is not going to be nearly as easy as carving the watermelon, I feel. I feel like the watermelon was a better choice. Not gonna lie, I feel like the watermelon was a bit easier. My family said I have to pick a new last name because I'm the only one not married. What? Help, what's a last name? I feel like you get to keep your last name because you're not married. Like, that's kind of how that works. At least in most Western cultures. I can't speak for everywhere. Okay, we got this. Again, I'm cutting away from myself because I'm smart. Cut away from yourself and you cut down, not up. You know, we're just gonna do this in baby steps. We're gonna do this in baby steps. Baby steps to get rid of the pumpkin bits of the pumpkin that we don't want. Like so. Make sure that this all comes out. Kind of like so. I feel like I'm just gonna have to poke out little bits of this at once because it's such a small pumpkin. You guys chose a detailed design, which I'm bitter about, but it's too late now, so full send, I guess. What's wrong with Tebu? There you go. They were referencing families like my mom's grandkids by the last name that's not parents. I don't have one of those. You're so right. I didn't explain that well, but we'll go with it. I think you should just use Tebu. I feel like Tebu is ideal. Did you guys hear that? It squeaked. It like squeaks. My pumpkin is squeaking at me. That's incredible. I love that. Love that for us. Again, I'm being safe with my knives. Don't worry. We're fine. Chopping out little bits at a time. As you do. Perfect. Love that for us. Okay, then we just gotta go like down this way. And theoretically, if I just, wiggle this around a little bit. Come on, come out. Come out, wherever you are. Haha. Success. Okay, then we just gotta do like a little yeet on in this direction, as you do. I feel like this is a weirdly complicated design. And I'm struggling. But that's okay. Where's the joy in life? Without a little struggle. Without a little struggle. Come on, disconnect already so I can pull it out. Okay, in case you were wondering what the progress is like, this is the progress so far. We're thriving. Thriving and vibing, again, as we should be. Um, I love the like little squeaky noise that it makes. I think that's fantastic. I don't know why it's doing that, but I like it. Okay, what happens if I just like wiggle little bits of this out at a time? Will that work? Yes. Yes, that will work. Okay. We're making progress. The wrapped pumpkin is coming along. We're just gonna, shave this down from the inside a little bit, like we did with the watermelon. Nothing out of the ordinary. Nothing to see here, folks. Um, we got this. I feel like if people were really good at carving things, I feel like that'd be terrifying. I know that there's definitely those people out here, and they're called like woodworkers and whatnot. I'm not one. I'm a biologist. I'm specifically an ecologist. We don't even dissect things. At least not usually. Dissection is not a skill that I have, actually, believe it or not. Okay, so that's that little bit complete. I don't know if you guys can see. Oh goodness, it looks so bad right now. I promise it looks better. I promise it looks better in person. We also gotta go in and like slice that bit out, as you do. Love that for us. Love that for us. We're making progress. Making progress. Get out of the way. There's this little bit of pumpkin gut that just wants to be in the way at all times. And like big mood, but also don't. But also don't. Okay. Now we just gotta, slice on this way a little bit. Like that. And then we just gotta go meet it down here. And that'll finish out most of the wave shape. Most of the wave shape is done. Look at that. Thriving. Thriving and vibing. Perfect. And then we just gotta, slice around it, make sure the light gets through where we want it. Again, as you do. I don't know what I'm doing. That's fine. Anyways, how's you guys' day going? How's your Monday evening for most of you? I think it's most of you guys this evening, right? I think so. We're gonna go with it because I said it, and now it's in the open, so we're gonna pretend. You know what? We're gonna unconventional pumpkin carving methods. We're gonna do it upside down. So I feel like that's gonna allow me to go in a straighter line and be less of a danger to myself and others. Not that I really care about the others. Just gotta slip that up there, like so. And theoretically knock that inside. Perfect. See, that worked well. Perfect. Look at that. That was a nice clean line, right? Again, love that for me. I'm thriving. We just gotta, yawn down this way and maybe not cut off my own hand. That is kind of a goal of mine. Nice. Nice. Making progress. Making progress. Turns out my pumpkin was not nearly as thin as I thought it was going to be, but that's okay. You live and you learn. Also, thanks for lurking, Rich. Welcome, welcome. We're making progress. I just dig it out slowly from the back, We got this. We got this. I feel like playing on a pumpkin in this kind of manner is not exactly the safest thing ever, but I'm an adult. I can make my own decisions. I can make my own decisions. That's fine. Okay. Now we just gotta carve out the flag. What do we do? By cutting over here a little bit. Now we gotta also make a little. Oops. Didn't think about that triangle. That's okay. That's just not going to exist in our little design. It would be floating, and I didn't think about that. So you know what? It can go into the abyss. That's fine. That's a-okay. this comes down here, like so. I make that into like a tiny little post for the flag, you know? I don't know if you guys know anything that I'm talking about, because I don't most of the time, so, you know, live, laugh, love. Perfect. That's definitely not going to survive this. Like, there's no way that's going to live through this. There's no way. There's absolutely no chance that that little tiny sliver survives what is about to happen. I don't believe in it. Don't believe. However, I'm trying to be delicate and like keep it in place. If it does manage to survive, I will be very impressed with myself. I think we might have done it, folks. I feel like we might have done it. You guys want to see the update? This is the update on our little raft logo. I need to carve Maya next, but you can see like the little tent, you know? Is Rich stinky? Very doubtful. Oh, Rich isn't stinky today. Nice. Hey, that looks pretty good. I'm proud of me. I really gotta look better with the lid on top, so like you get like a little more contrast, you know? There you go. Look at that. I just need to do like some cleanup on the inside of the flag a little bit, you know? We'll do some cleanup on aisle 3. Like, you know, this. You know what? We got this. We got this. The face that made me make? What? What face? What happened? I'm confused. What did I do? Was it me? You know, we just gotta, you know, wiggle around town. You know what? We're gonna do this. It's only Monday. That is true. It is only Monday. We got this. I'll ask again on Friday then, I guess. What? Very true, I had my shower this week. You only shower once a week, or was that facetious? Because if you only shower once a week, why? I mean, if you don't, then whatever, I don't care. But like, if you only shower once a week, why? We got this. I'm in focus mode now. I'm determined to make this pumpkin look good. That's fine. That's fine. I feel like the watermelon looks a little bit better than our little pumpkin does. I feel like the pumpkin is too small to look good. But you know what? I hope no one actually believes. So that would be gross. It would be gross. Hence the why. But you know what? Teach their own. Everyone lives by their own rules. Which is okay. We're adults here. Mostly, I think. You know what? I'm just gonna stab that out a little bit. As you do. As you do. Just gotta go clean that up with the fingertip. We're making real progress. You know? Again, there we go. I feel like that looks quite a bit like the top of the raft logo. You can't really see it on the camera, but like, that's the top of the raft logo, right? You know? I feel like that looks good. Considering I am not a professional pumpkin carver, we're gonna go with it, you know? We're gonna go with it. Just gonna, you know, scrape this down a little bit, and I'll go back and clean it up a little bit towards the end. Towards the end. Okay, now it's time for the letters. I think. I think that's the part we have reached. Again, I'm just like trying to like subtly clean this up a little bit inside as we go. As I've already proven, artistic things are not my strength. I'm a scientist. But I'm still trying for you guys. I hope you appreciate the effort that's going into this. This cursed pumpkin. As I wiggle around inside my pumpkin with a knife, hoping somehow that will help this cursed being. Okay. Moving on with our lives. Do we try and carve the letters? Do we think the letters are worth attempting? Because I know I almost certainly will not be able to do the wavy bit of the letters. Like, that's far beyond my skill level. Also, I didn't think about the fact that a lot of these letters have, like, floating bits. So what if we just do, like, an artistic top of the letter kind of deal, right? R and A have inserts, those are going to be hard. Exactly, and I'm not good enough for that. So what if we just clean up our little raft logo and we go with that? And I'll just color in the bottom. I'll just color in the bottom black. And I think that's going to be our option. I think that's going to be what we do. I think that's going to look the best, in all honesty. I feel like that's going to look the best. We'll just, make this all real thin, right? So it looks clean. That's how you make things look clean in the pumpkin world, so I've heard. Make sure that no parts of the background are higher than the design. I don't know why I said that like I knew what I was doing. I don't. I don't know what I'm doing. Okay. So I'm going to declare the left side good to go. It's the right side we need to clean up a little bit. So I'm just, wiggle this around in here a little bit, as you do. Just gotta pare it down until it looks like it's gonna come out. Go with the spoon again. Use the spoon to scrape it out. Honestly, that might have worked. So we've got that, and then we'll just color it. We'll just color it. I'm gonna bounce and take a shower before I have to drive somewhere. Totally valid. Nobody tell my boss. It sounds good. And we'll just, do a little bit of shading down here. Is this pen waterproof? Absolutely not. No, it is not. It is a gel pen. It's like one of my favorite gel pens. Again, for taking notes, excellent pen. Would highly recommend. For drawing on a pumpkin, probably not the best choice. But then again, we don't have the best choice, so we're just gonna go with the second best choice, which is this pen right here. We'll just, we're doing some art. We're doing some art. That's what's happening. Okay. Got this. Scribble on down the side. And that happens down there. We love this. Love this for us. Okay. Imagine how much different of a situation we would be in right now if I never started playing Raft. Because I randomly decided to start playing it almost about a year ago, actually. I think October 25th was the very first YouTube video I ever uploaded. I think I uploaded my very first Raft video in like November last year. So that's kind of insane to think about. But you know what? We've come a long way. And now I am coloring the Raft logo on a pumpkin for Halloween. So that's festive. That's nifty. And we're just gonna color in all of these letters that we block. Because again, I'm not good enough to carve an R and an A. That's just not gonna happen. I think we need to accept that and move on with our lives. Perfect. We'll just kind of fade it out on either side. Like that. Look at that! Look at that! We got a little Raft pumpkin! Again, let me get all the sharp bits away from my hands so that when I'm not paying attention I don't accidentally hurt myself. Let's put our little lid back in. Look at that! I feel like that That's a jack-o'-lantern right there. That's incredible. Love that for us. I feel like this is what you're intended to do on Halloween, you know? Um, the stock on top is a sale for the wrap. There you go. There you go. I love this. I feel like this is great, you know? This is what people signed up for. Perfect. Okay, so we got our little wrapped pumpkin over here. And then, of course, we've got the tilapia melon. Um, so between these two things, I would say that's a pretty successful. Oh, we lost our pectoral fin. We lost the pectoral fin. It's okay. Come on, pectoral fin, stay up for just another minute. You got this. I believe in you. Just a tiny bit longer. Good enough. Okay, perfect. And even better, you still have all your fingers. That is true. And I didn't even manage to rip off the bit of the nail that's been wanting to fall off for a week now, so, you know, we win in that department too. We win in that department too. Oh my goodness, now my hair wants to go everywhere at the same time. Okay. I feel like this has been a successful mission, you know? We got this. Nick is lurking. Nick won't be here. She's showering. Um, yeah, I think that's a pretty successful mission. We carved our tilapia and we carved our raft logo. So that's what I would call a successful day. A successful day. It's like my children, you know? Is Nick a nerd? Absolutely. Um, and I will post on Discord. You should. Yeah, I think that's probably what we're gonna call it for today, because I think that's, you know, everything we needed to do and more. Again, did I ever think I would be carving the Raft logo into a pumpkin? Absolutely not. But you know, Nick knows how I feel. She has accepted it. There we go. All right. I think that's probably where we're gonna call it for today, friends. It's been a great time, honestly. I didn't know what I was gonna do with today, so I'm glad that we got here. I'm glad that this is where we came out to be. I hope we get to do it again sometime. Maybe we'll do this, like, we'll make carving pumpkins a Halloween tradition, because that was fun. And now I have a watermelon to eat. So there is that. Like, it's a win-win situation. Anyways, I think that's probably it for now. Thank you all so much for hanging out with me. I really appreciate it, as always. Of course, again, Railway, thank you for being so incredibly generous. And with that all, I think on Wednesday, I might be a tiny bit late on Wednesday, just so you know, I've got some class stuff that I need to take care of. Then on Wednesday, we're doing Subnautica, and then on Friday, we're doing Raft. So I think that's the plan for this week. And I hope to see you all there. But until then, I hope you all have a great day. And this time I gotta like actually manually do it because I don't have any